Oh, Emily is still in there? Oh my goodness, how long has she been in there? Like, this 20 years, 27 years since Andreas first met her in here. Holy cow, poor lady. God bless you and Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Oh, Merry Christmas, Sister Emily. Were we bothering you with the noise next door? No, not at all. Hearing people celebrating Christ's birth brings me joy. Christmastide should be a heartening time of year for all of us. I always think there's something healing about coming together to celebrate Christmas. All of us are a part of the body of Christ. When we come together in fellowship, things are made whole. People need Christmas in the depth of winter to remind them that the spring will return, and we all have a chance to live again. Magdalene, who is that? Oh, bearded person. Oh no, Dad! Please excuse me, Sister Emily. I need to check on my father. Of course. God bless you. Thank you, Sister. Uh-oh. Run, 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 run. Run. The door is open. Is someone here? Dad! I don't seem very panicked right now. Oh, thank God.
Magdalene, is that you? What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing, Dad. Just checking in on you.
I always appreciate it. I'm worried about you, Magdalene.
You were worried about me?
You're working too hard. I know taking care of me takes up so much of your time. And I know how hard you've been working on the mural.
I'm still young, Dad. I don't get tired as quickly as you do.
Well, certainly not in my current state. I'm not going to make it, Magdalene.
Are you a doctor now?
I've known Werner Stoltz long enough to know when he's going through the motions. He's never been kind, but there's a special coldness to him when he's attending to a dead man.
Yeah, Dr. Stoltz really doesn't have a good bedside manner.
It's all right. This is just life. I'm glad I'm going before you, even if it's sooner than either of us would like. I've already seen too much death in my time.
I just wanted to show you what I could do. I wanted you to be proud of me.
I have been, every day of your life. You've never needed to prove anything to me. I wish I could stay to see the mural when you finish it, but I don't need to. I know it will be more beautiful than anything these old hands have ever made.
That seems rude. Don't say that.
It's true, though. I mean, I got along all right. But I always knew you would surpass me before long. You can already see things that I never could. See things and make them real.
I'm trying.
You're doing it. Whether I die tonight or tomorrow or the next day, I'm not going to be here much longer. One morning you're going to wake up and you will have to do things for yourself. Love things for yourself, and you'll have to share it with the world. Love is the only reason to do anything in this life. Oh, all this talking. Too much. Could you bring me something to eat?
Of course, Dad. You haven't eaten all day.
And I missed the Christmas feast, too. I can't believe no one brought me a cookie.
I'll go get some soup. Aww. Uh-oh. Oh, crap.
Klaus. I'm sorry, Klaus. About everything. You're here.
Oh. Is this supposed to be Andreas? These days I feel like my mind has been cracking apart is certainly an Andreas kind of thing. We're gonna go with he's a good guy.
I've been trying to keep Magdalene safe. I've been trying to figure it out this whole time.
Holy crap.
After the fire, it's all that I could think about. That and them. They've never left me. They're all still there. All in the dance of death. The Baron, Piero, Guy, Ferenc, Peter, Otto, August.
This is Andreas. What the heck?
And now you.
Dad? Oh God, it's you! Who are you? What are you doing to my father?
Magdalene, it's all right. It's all right.
I'm sorry. I've forgotten my manners after all these years. And you've likely forgotten my face, or what it once was.
Magdalene, this is Andreas Mahler. Back from the dead.
And now you're here? No, we're not that stupid. We're not that stupid. The earliest memory I have is of you running into a burning library.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand. No one could have survived that.
Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I don't understand, Andreas. Where have you been all these years?
Hiding from the world. In the ruins, mostly. Sometimes in the woods when it was warm. Stealing bread from Gret, stealing books from you.
Oh, so I wasn't going crazy.
It's the only thing that's kept my mind from forgetting what words are. Wait, how did you survive the fire? With some difficulty. I grabbed as many books as I could and threw them into the scriptorium. When the smoke got too thick, I started to black out. The next thing I remember was Casper pulling me into the crypt.
Your apprentice, the boy?
Casper's a hero.
You sent him back to Salzburg.
He didn't leave. He waited in the woods and watched what was happening. When he saw me in the window of the library, he ran through the crypt to save me. And he did. But he saw that I was trying to save the books, and he went back in. Oh no! I couldn't stop him. I was barely conscious. He never came back out, Klaus. When I woke up, everyone was dead or gone. I couldn't face any of you. I couldn't go back to Sabine, that empty house. So I hid. Why have you been following me? I thought you were trying to kill me. What happened at the mine was an accident. I just stepped too close to the edge. I'm sorry. I was afraid to talk to you, afraid to talk to anyone. What changed? Why are you here tonight? To help you. To help Klaus. Help me? Help me with the mural? Help you survive to finish it. The hand that tried to kill your father will likely strike again. It has killed before to prevent Tassing's history from being known. Tassing's history? Why? Because Tassing's real history is at odds with the story we've all been told. It's been covered, bit by bit, layer by layer, until it could no longer be seen. But it's still here. It's always been here, hidden beneath our feet. And it's still protected, haunted by the specter of death that has hung over this place for generations.
The thread puller.
Thread puller? Beneath our feet? What are you talking about? The person who attacked your father is the same person who manipulated someone into killing Otto Zimmermann.
And Lorenz Brothvogel.
Yes, and they travel through the Roman aqueduct that connects Tassing and Kearsau. It's a network of tunnels I've become quite familiar with. And I've seen the ghost that haunts them, that can squeeze through the tiniest opening. I've seen it bend itself in half to reach places I could never follow. I've traveled along every inch of the aqueduct and the old city, but there is one place I have never found. The lair where the thread puller retreats to. The ancient Roman temple that it is determined to hide from view. The Mithraeum! You found it? No, but I mapped out a darkness between the collapsed tunnels. And I believe I know how to get there. Come with me, I'll show you. Now? If the thread puller becomes aware of what we're doing, well, I don't know what they'll do. We need to act quickly. Will you be all right?
Yes, I'll be fine. Protect my daughter, Andreas.
With my life, Klaus. I promise. All right, let's find the Mithraeum. The Rathaus? What are we doing here? When the men dug the foundation, they found Roman ruins that had been buried over time. Lucky never wasted stone, so he used the Roman wall as one of the cellars. There's a way inside. To the hidden place. Are you all right? Yes. All right, into the Rathskeller. Oh, Andreas has a bit of a limp. Is that... like, he affects his arm backwards too. Strange. Alright, that wall is different. Does that mean this is the place? No, it's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once. It carried water. Look. Cornelius irit Bellinio, et complet sextum gradum in Mithreo. Alright, I think I can make it out. Cornelius today? And 6 Mithraeum? Cornelius went to the baths today and achieved the 6th step in the Mithraeum. You see? No, I most certainly do not see, Andreas. Well, here. Vandalism! No. A warning would be nice. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to being around people. This is the aqueduct. The aqueduct carries water to the baths, so you think this will take us to the Mithraeum? Exactly. You seem quite confident. We know it exists. I know where it is not. I believe this is the only place it could be. It must be near the baths. Well, you've already smashed a hole in the wall, so I suppose we might as well look. After you, please. Manu propria. Oh. Alright. Let us head this way. So, a long time ago, Andreas and Casper were in the aqueduct. Were we like really close to finding the right place? This says the bathhouse. Okay. As always, I'm going to explore my options before just going. This part of the tunnel has collapsed. We're not getting to the Mithraeum this way. I think. Yes, Casper and I found a collapsed section of the aqueduct near town. He explored it, but couldn't describe what he found in the dark. This must be the other side. Are you serious? I shouldn't have let him go. I should have taken more care with him. Andreas, we can't do anything about that now. Yes, of course. So, Casper was right here? This is how close you were, eh? Oops. The decoration. These must have been the baths. It doesn't look like there's a way through. Silt. All the floods kept carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever? It's too early to get this discouraged. Let's keep looking. Well, if the guy's still using this place, then surely there's a way through, right? We go. Oh, there we go. Hey, that was nice. I want to see that again. I like that. More stairs down? Would something be below the baths? A hypocaust. They use warm air to heat the room above. Roman colonies in the north often had them. Let's hope those haven't filled with silt as well. To the hypocaust. Oh, yes. All right. I've seen pictures of this, of like these sorts of things when they unearth them. Do you know where we're going? These pillars just kind of go on in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think I'm going to try exploring ahead. I think that's a bad idea. You only have one lantern. Of course. What? How is he going to see? Oh. I'm controlling him. But still, how am I able to see? Jeez, he walked up. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read that. I was just spooked and trying to figure out what's going on with his figure. So that is Lorenz admonishing me for abandoning my craft. Frank. The only thing more pitiful than watching you work in that scriptorium was your love of that dying art. An eye for an eye, Andreas. You may have condemned me, but in doing so, you damned yourself as well.
Master, why did you send me back into the flames?
Jeez. Andreas is not in a healthy state of mind. Oh my gosh. No. No, this isn't right. I can't be here right now. How did I get here? Andreas, you are still here. Yes, for a little longer. You clearly have gone mad. You're leaving? I am the last vestige of reason that once ruled this court. When it goes, I will go with it. But who will rule the city if you leave? No one. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. But how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. This was once a place of refuge for you, Andreas. But it has become a prison you constructed to protect yourself. From what? From pain, from risk, from life itself. But I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Andreas, you are the architect. I will help you as best I can, but you are the only one who can answer that. Goodness, who was that in the background? Well, kind of stuck in a circle here, aren't we? Oh, I see. No, we can go through the path is white. Oh, we're going this way. Oh, hello, Andreas. Is that you, Sabine? Yes, of course. I'm still here. Part of me will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? You reminded me of August. Remind me. It wasn't all bad, Andreas. We lost him, but we had 4 years together. They were happy years, weren't they? It's hard to remember. This great black pain blots out all of the joy. I know. It was hard for both of us. I don't blame you for anything. And you should stop blaming yourself. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her. You can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. I know I can. I will. You will. Thank you, Sabine. Will I ever see you again? Not in this place. But maybe someday in a better place. In a better dream. Master Andreas. Oh. Casper. It's really you. It's so good to see you again, Master. How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. I let my family down. I let you down. I couldn't stop Peter, couldn't save Tassiae. I couldn't even save more than a couple armfuls of books. You did what you could, Master. Everyone knows you did. And that's all any of us can do. All right, Casper. Thank you. Thank you for everything you taught me. Wait, what happened? This was the way out. Before I started talking to Casper, I know this was the way out. I 100% did not see that happen. Wow. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? I thought you were gone. You brought me back. Oh. So, what do I do now? Keep going. Okay. You too? It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I had forgotten it. I know there's nothing I could have done, but that doesn't make me feel any less guilty. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's all right. What? It's all right, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. But what about you and Caspar? And your mother? We're not really here. And there are people who need you. It's so hard to let you go. I know, Daddy. But you have to. I know. You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. Good night, August. Good night. They shifted again. The walls. It's still trying to protect you. No. It's not? No, I mean, no, I don't have to do this. This is my mind, my maze. And I'm leaving. Good. But this next part might be confusing. What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the maze? Two things are merging in your mind. You and... There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got here, no longer recall what came before. And what came before? Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth. But there was a labyrinth. What? I don't understand. Sister Amelie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? Holy crap. Was Sister Amelie not digging a grave for herself? She was just digging a way out so she could do all this stuff? Holy crap. That is insane. Like, what? Yes, you are here with me. And we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins?
We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering and the Lord brought you here.
But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell?
I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas.
I'm seeing things. This isn't real. It can't be.
Realms of the spirit are as real as those of the flesh. Have faith. If you are here with me, it is the Lord's will.
Andreas, Sister Amelie.
What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it.
Sister, we're looking for the Mithraeum. Is this it?
Mithraeum? No. This is the tabernacle, not a place of wood and stone, but a place of spirit. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you.
Sister, how does your spirit come to this place?
Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here, the Lord tells me what messages I must bear, and to whom.
You deliver messages?
Yes, once long ago, I saw a scribe. Or I was a scribe. I copied many works of the great church doctors. Origen in particular. But that all ended with the fire. It ended with my life.
Wait.
I thought I had given up the pen forever, until the visions returned.
No.
When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone. But he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do.
It was you. This whole time, you wrote the notes.
I found one by my dad when he was attacked.
Sister Amelie, you pushed those people into committing murder.
What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose.
But that's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes. And people were murdered because of them.
No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No. I am not here. This can't be happening. Ah!
Sister Amelie, shh, it's all right.
Father Thomas, how did you get down here?
Tassiae is an old place. It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first, and found this place. Wait, the dimensions of this room. This is the foundation of the church. Father Thomas, did you...
In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you are alive. Thank God. but I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about.
You! You and Sister Amelie were behind all of the murders?
No, she had no part in this.
But the notes, she wrote them.
She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write.
To what end? What was the point of all this?
Look around you. What do you see?
Roman ruins?
Look closer.
It looks like the statue of St. Moritz from the meadow. What does? Just the... like the head bust there? Maybe that's what it means. And the images of St. Tassiae from the shrine. Oh, I see.
I don't understand.
It's St. Moritz and St. Tassiae, and Mars and Diana. How can it be both?
When the Romans left Tassiae, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. This statue of Mars, Peter... Okay. This statue of Mars Pater that once watched over the Roman fields stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was St. Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines to Tassiae, and, not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint.
So the people turned them into saints?
Sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magdalene. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they knew of the saints and learned local legends of the region and applied them to the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here.
Except for Historia Tassiae.
But Historia Tassiae was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias.
And you killed him for it.
Yes, with poison. No one suspected.
He died of poison and no one suspected? It must have been quite subtle.
His death was unexpected, but I was the only person he confided in about what he had read in the Historia Tassiae. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that St. Moritz had ever come to Tassiae, that the shrine for him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Roman had erected hundreds of years ago, that St. Tassiae was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it.
And you resolved to deal with him.
Andreas, our people believe in St. Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of St. Tassiae, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassiae still.
Why does it matter if they were wrong, if the saints weren't here?
Then what does that mean for the hand of St. Moritz? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to St. Tassiae, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God?
Perhaps some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will.
Yes, of course. But preserving the legends of our saints doesn't interfere with individual volition.
You are preserving a lie.
I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth.
God so loved the world that he gave his only son. If you believe this,
If you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them.
and the two that protect this town were never here.
They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassiae can stand in a field, look over our valley and say, St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives, to prevent death.
But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassiae. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kearsarge could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gurneau read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias.
In retrospect, given how Father Gurneau chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again.
You're right, it didn't.
But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassiae. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey.
I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration.
You seem to have a difficult time reading people, Father.
It appears that way, yes. I was trying to prevent Otto from showing people what he found. What he found when he was helping to dig the foundation of the Rathaus.
Something from our pagan ancestors?
No, not quite so old. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow, the statue at the shrine of St. Moritz.
How did it wind up over there?
The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time.
Blacktail told me that fathers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year.
Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of St. Moritz. Because Otto could not read the words chiseled across the helmet, Mars Pater.
But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could.
Yes.
And you told him to meet you at St. John's Eve at the Rathaus.
I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs.
And you had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions. Visions she couldn't remember. And deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin, so that one of them would murder Otto, just as someone murdered Lorenz.
What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalene.
Why did you do it? It doesn't make any sense. Was it because of the mural?
Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kearsarge's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Tassiae. This place, everything. So you tried to kill him? No, I tried to scare him. First with a note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. It wasn't an accident. You almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. No! Father Thomas, stop! It's too late for me, but I can still take Tassiae's secrets with me. Come on, Andreas, just knock him down. Father, you're going to kill us all! You're going to kill Amelie! Then leave, and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. You can't stop people from learning the truth. Maybe, but I have to try. What a psycho. Father! Go. Wow, Magdalene's hanging around to help with Emily. What an asshole. I was referring to Father Thomas, not to Magdalene. Are you all right? Yes, I'm fine. Good. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand. The entire church collapsing? I'd hope so. What are we going to tell them? What do you mean? About this. About everything. Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. Please explain your thinking. I'm just not sure it makes sense. What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Tassiae? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. I think he's wrong. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth. You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long. You came back after all this time to solve this, but it's hard to feel like we actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Maybe he never would have. I think you're right. We should tell them. About the saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. Then we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amelie someplace warm. We can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too. I think. This is not the time to say that. We should head back. Lead the way.
Magdalene, you made it back.
Did you think I wouldn't?
Well, I heard such a terrible din and the house shook. I feared the worst. Is everything all right?
I don't think so, Dad, but it will be. Are you all right, Dad?
Yes, I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me. Tell me what happened.
It started in the Rathhouse. Well, the Rathskeller. Andreas found an old Roman message there that pointed to the Mithraeum.
Oh,
So we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. We found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andreas said it was a hypocaust? I got separated from Andreas. I was really afraid I'd lost him, that we'd both gotten lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so relieved. Dad? Are you still listening? I know it's hard. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. But we will all do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. It's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you. So I will end it with my love. Esther.
Magdalene?
Incipit. Yes?
I am sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything is in order. Baltus has ensured that all of the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you by the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled.
I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. Thank him for everything.
Of course, Mistress Druckerin. I did not know your father well, but I know he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. It seems that Tassiae has lost many things in one man. I am very sorry.
Thank you.
Good fortune to you.
Alright. Well, that's very sad. Klaus died on Christmas Eve. Oh, here's Gertrude. Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalene? I think so. Thank you. I made you something to take with you on the road. It's chamomile, cinnamon, and wheat flour. If you are traveling and you're having cramps, I know. I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe just called for chamomile and wheat flour. I added the cinnamon for taste. I'm so sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him. And for you as well, when she heard you were leaving. Really? That's so sweet. Please thank her for me. I will. We'll all miss you so much, Magdalene. I'll miss you too. God bless you. Safe travels. Magdalene, I can't believe you're really leaving. I'll miss you all dearly. The boys will miss you even more. Yours at least. Oh, don't tease him. I think he's really having a hard time of it despite the appearances. He'll get over me soon enough. Maybe, but you are a special girl, Magdalene Druckren. I understand why you're leaving. God knows you'll... Oh, I missed that. But Tassiae won't be the same without you. Safe travels and God bless you. Let's ignore Otts. Just kidding, I'll say bye to Otts. Oh, hey Megs. Otts? I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mom says he was a good man. She's right. Well, thanks. I should get going. Megs. Magdalene? You sure you don't want to marry me? I'm sure. No. Oh. Well, that was a fast answer. Didn't even have to think about it. Look after your mother, Otts. Ooh. I mean, we never flirted with him at all, so... Surely it couldn't have been a surprise. Father Elias? There's no church for Father Elias to be taken care of. Good morning, Mr. Druckren. Are you off soon? Yes, Father. I'm just saying my last few farewells. Of course. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father, God rest his soul. I am too. Don't let those Bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. Once their pernicious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. Ooh. A little on the nose there. I will keep my guard up, Father. Good, good. Keep the faith. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you and your travels. God bless you as well, Sister Emily. Are you leaving today? I am. I'm just heading up to the mill in a bit. I'm so sorry for everything that happened. I know. It's all right now. Thank you for helping me. Do you know what you'll do now? Will you become an anchoress again? I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I used to learn to rely on my own judgment. I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. It's going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. God knows you didn't mean to do harm. He does, but harm was done. I am writing an account of what happened here. As well as I can remember it, anyway. If it is not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it will at least illuminate this history of great darkness. Good. It is worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Amelie. God bless and keep you on your safe travels, Magdalene. Alright, up to the mill. Nope, I didn't mean to talk dots. Okay. Magdalene, this is it? It is. Time for me to leave. Good. Get out of here before this cursed town swallows you. Passing will bring you nothing but anguish and misery. Elsa, I hope one day you will find a path out of your sorrow. God willing, though I am doubtful. Stay safe on the road. There are still dangerous times. We'll be fine. Look after your family. Paul, Anna, your grandkids still need you. I'll do what I can. They are what little I have left. Without them... Never mind. Godspeed, Magdalene. What is so wrong with Elsa's life? I don't know. Seems like she should be happier. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, this is our Andreas. For a moment there, I was like, the child Andreas has grown up somehow. This is our Andreas, shaven. Are you sure I look all right? Of course, Andreas. You look perfectly respectable. You're a little bit worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It was kind of the woman to help clean me up. I'm afraid I'd forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned-out cellar for the better part of 20 years? Substituting on our discarded rye, no less. Oh, subsisting, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Andreas, we already told you it's all right now. Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Are you off so soon? Hello. Yes, I'm riding with your flower to Mittenwald, and then down to Isar. I'm sorry to see you go, Magdalene. But I hope Prague is everything you've dreamed of. If it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. It was a wonder the last time I saw it. You have a chance to make a life of your own there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish he could have seen it, Andreas. I know. He would have loved it. I hope we get to see it. I hope so. I know so. That's kind of you to say. We all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Magdalene, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why did you leave a section blank? For the future. Unless history is going to stop in Tassiae the moment I roll down the road. I think your wagon is about to leave. Oh, it is. It hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, and for my family. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Andreas? Are you alright? I'm lost. That's alright. You're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Besides, we can't leave just yet. Oh, we can't... You can't leave yet. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Oh? They're up on the mill, the walkway.
I'll have supper ready when you're done. Just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas.
Thank you.
Aww. Oh, here's the mural. Pagan rituals to Pershta. The people using the ancient Roman ruins. That's more true than we knew, eh? You're reusing the statue of Moritz. Oh, sorry, the statue of Mars as Saint Moritz. The shrine to Tassiae was actually just a shrine to Diana. There's Otz inspiring the people, and you see the soldiers up in the background there. And here she's filled in the truth that the church was built on the ancient Roman ruins. And this is what fueled all of the violence that happened. I'm curious about the labyrinth. Not quite sure I understood the connection there. Here's a blank section on the left.
Das küsste mich auf Deutsch und sprach auf Deutsch.
Berthold. Who's Berthold? Oh, Berthold. Berthold was Klaus's son who died early. No, what? Ursula and Voxlov were burned as heretics? Dr. Stoltz. There's Enders has a whole bunch of kids. Andreas finished the mural. Perfect. Oh, that must have been so hard to depict Ursula. He stayed with them when she was just a baby. And he grew up to see her burned at a stake. That's awful. What beautiful paintings. I love it. Silence. The silent credits. What a great world. We really got to know so many characters throughout it. And I feel like I didn't do my due diligence in talking to everybody. There were people that I just, for whatever reason, wasn't interested in talking to. But I don't feel that's necessarily playing the game wrong, right? That's just how this is you go through, you talk to who you want to, you learn what you can about the world, and that shapes your perception of the world, which is really, I think, really what this game's talking about, right? I mean, it was the villagers or the settlers' perceptions of the statues that really set this all in motion. They found some statues and attributed them to their saints, and people carried on with that. And then Father Thomas wanted to maintain that perception, and that's where all the sadness and grief is formed from. It's okay that different people have different perceptions of things. Trust them to form their own judgment. But yeah, so it's very fitting that as the player, we go through the game forming our own perceptions and making our own judgments on the characters who we think committed murders and stuff. I definitely want to play this again. It's going to be a while before I do. But I definitely want to go through it again and make different decisions and explore different aspects of the game. I think there's a lot that I could have done with Andreas, and I would like to see who else we can talk to. Because yeah, I just really enjoy spending time in this world, in this town. For all the sadness and griefs that goes on, it still seems like a nice place. The people are still friendly and all. Quite sad, though, overall, that story. It's certainly depressing. But I guess that's reality, isn't it? Not everything's always going to have a happy ending, or, everybody wins in the end. It's just how things go, I guess. The art was gorgeous. I love that art. That's really what drew me into it in the first place. And I'm glad it did, right? Like that, the animation, they were able to keep the animation simple because of the art, and it worked so perfectly. If they had over animated it, it would have ruined the style. That was perfect. I love the writing in the different styles depending on who's speaking. One thing I don't like, I'll just throw out there, is the constant little writing errors that it then corrects. That was actually really annoying trying to read it out, and just getting mixed up and wondering if I was reading the right words and stuff. But that's more of because I was reading this out loud. I think if I was just reading in my head, it wouldn't have bothered me. But yeah, like just the style put into all those different fonts. I love how Klaus, when he was talking, because he was the printing press guy, so you had the printing press letters, right? Like it was personalized to the people that were speaking. I think it gave a good view of basically Abbey life, right? I don't think that the monks are, like you think about it, just the monks are people, and the sisters. You could keep people cooped up in an abbey forever, yes, they're trying to live holy lives, but they're going to go a little nuts. And I think we saw some of that. I do think there's more that could have been explored there. Again, I didn't spend too much time in the Abbey as Andreas, but it's I think that is an aspect that we could look into more. Oh, here we go, a bibliography. Yes, a lot of references. They had a lot of historical references in this game. And obviously they're well researched and put a lot of effort into making sure it was accurate. Wow. Thank you for making this. Wow. And here we are. So normally this main menu, I don't know if you remember from when the game started, or the couple intermissions where I had to recap what happened in the previous recording. But this room is normally dark. So it's very nice that at the end of the game, they've now lit this room and you can see the mural in the background. I love that. Nice little touches. There are more little nice touches throughout the game. The clock, right? Time passing changed based on whether you're Andreas or Magdalene. The audio is actually really good. There were moments where there was loud sounds. Actually, at the end there with the windmill, that was something like it stood out to me as that's quite a loud noise to have on repetition. But overall, the noise, the audio was great. Like each scene has something different. It really adds to the world that you're wandering through and talking to people within. And narratively, I thought the story was great. Like the overall plot, I did not foresee Father Thomas being the bad guy. I will say I did have a suspicion at the Christmas Eve meal there at the Golden Hand Inn. When Father Thomas walked out of the room, I thought that was pretty suspicious and kind of figured there was something up with that. But I guess I still didn't think he would be the overall mastermind. And his reasoning does make sense. Not that I agree with it, but I can see where he was going with it. Kind of an awful thing to do, though. Obviously, he's not the most well-intentioned person. He's willing to kill people just to maintain beliefs. Sister Amelie, that's awful. She was cooped up in that room, but she got out every now and then. I guess she got to go explore and give messages to people. Kind of surprised that worked out as well as it did for her and Father Thomas, given that she wouldn't really know where people were staying. But she found her way, I guess. Well, I'm going to say goodbye and have a great day. And we will hopefully revisit this sometime in the future. All right. So long.